everyone, this is Sarah Berman and you're watching Practically Writing. Today we are going to be talking about that dreaded thing, writing schedules. Now I have two announcements that I'm going to be doing at the end of the show, so stick around and dum dum dum, you'll find out. Alright, writing schedules. Why is this such a difficult topic? It's because there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all writing schedule. Sad but true. If you are going to have a writing schedule, you're going to have to create it to fit yourself, to fit your individual needs, your individual preferences, how you work, that kind of thing. You have to take yourself into consideration or else it's just not going to work for you. But you can look at what other people do and try things out and see which parts of those things work for you, so you don't have to completely reinvent the wheel. So there are different ways to approach a writing schedule. Number one is base your writing schedule around your daily schedule. And that means things like, I sit down from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. every single day and write at least 500 words during that time before I have to get up and get the children ready. Okay, so British mom, not everybody's a morning person. That is something that you need to take into consideration. What your work schedule is, if you have a job outside of writing, important. If you have a family, important. If you have a birthday party this weekend, important. You know, the whole writing every day thing is a good habit. I'm not going to deny that. But holding to that is kind of an inhuman standard. We have lives. We have things that we need to do. We don't go to work every day. We don't go to school every day. Sometimes we get sick. Sometimes we go on vacation. Sometimes things just come up, and you have to be able to work around that without it completely derailing you. I have a more flexible schedule because it's just as important to me to keep my family going as it is to be writing. I know what gets prioritized over my writing, and I'm very satisfied with what gets prioritized over my writing without feeling guilty about it when, my kids are sitting there going, oh, but the school has this thing. Okay, yeah, we're going to the thing. It's fine. This is not something that happens every day, or even most days, or even more than maybe once or twice a week. As long as one of these higher priority things isn't happening, then I sit down at my computer sometime between 8:30 and 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's a huge variation. But I'm not a morning person, so depending on how much I get to sleep in is when I sit down at the computer. But I'm always at the computer by about 10:30. Once that happens, I'm pretty much here at the computer until the children get home at 6. Because they have their after school thing. Unless I have to pick them up, and then it's 5. Unless I have to make supper, and then it's 4. No matter which way that goes, we're talking about 5 to 7 hours of work straight. And, I don't know if you can see, but I have the bar for the kitchen's right over there, and it has ramen noodles and coffee and tea and the hot water kettle. Hey. Very, very little leaving of the desk. I have that dedicated time, and during that time, I am working. Sometimes I'm working on Facebook. And that leads me to the next thing that you need to take into account when you're talking about your writing schedule. Are you talking just about writing? If you are full into the publication process, if you are full into the, having books out process, even if you're just eyeballing it in the near future, you have to make time for marketing as well, and building your platform and maintaining your platform and doing all of the things that you need to do to make sure that you are a persona that is available to be even acknowledged in the world. You know, that's how you sell books. You are acknowledged. Look, there's a person, they have a book. So you have to have the time to do that, and that cuts into your writing time. You're probably going to use the same time that you would normally use for writing in order to grow your platform, etc., 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 because I've tried many times. You cannot pull hours out of your butt. The way I get around that is, while I'm still kind of waking up and groggy and stuff, you know, I'm checking my Facebook notifications, because a lot of my marketing happens on Facebook. I'm not just screwing around with friends or stuff. Actually, I almost never screw around with friends and stuff. My whole life is books now. Ugh. So, you know, I check my notifications on Facebook. I check with my PA, make sure that, you know, there's nothing I need to do for her. Check on my emails. You know, all of this. I am fortunate enough to have a smartphone and all of the glorious apps. You know, I do this while everything's loading up on my computer, you know, while I'm just kind of stretching out the kinks and, you know, from getting up, that kind of thing. I do a lot of that stuff first thing in the morning. And yes, it is a lot. I mean, we're talking hundreds of notifications a day. We're talking 100 emails or more a day. It happens. It happens so much. Just even keeping up with that, that's about a good hour when, you know, I get up, I eat my breakfast, I drink my drinky. So I take care of all of that stuff first thing. And then I kind of dedicate days to certain things. Yesterday was ketchup day. No, not the tomato-based condiment. Yesterday was holy crap, I've been writing a lot recently, and I kind of let my emails slide, and I kind of let my notifications slide, and now I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need to catch up on and follow up on, etc., etc., so that's what I did. Also did a few things that, okay, so that's all. Hey, you know what? Those are the announcements at the end of the video. Stop pushing me. And, you know, you have to take into account exactly how much things can grow. Yay, yesterday I got a book cover. No biggie, you know, celebration. I'm happy with it. Life is good. Yada yada. Okay, so now I have to update my pre-order. I have to go through and update my website so that they reflect the cover as opposed to the coming soon cover. And I have to, you know, brand it. I have to make sure that I have all of my swag ready. I have to make sure that I have any giveaways that I want ready. There's a lot of websites to keep track of, and updating all of them every time something happens is tricky at best. And it always takes longer than you realize, because, you know, you go to update something. Oh, well, you know, no, I'm not using covers for here. I need a teaser type of banner thingy instead. So I have to go make a teaser type of banner thingy. And, you know, it takes so much longer than you anticipate every time. So, you know, yes, it's fine to take a day and be like, you know what, there's no writing, no words are going to be made today. It's a catch-up day. Today is Rex Manning Day. For those of you who have ever watched Empire Records, you know the reference. If you haven't watched Empire Records, why not? It is a good movie. A little dated now, but still a good movie. But Rex Manning Day essentially refers to me making videos. Rex Manning Day! It pretty much takes me an entire day to record the video and edit the video and prepare the video and get it all uploaded. Do you know how long these things take to upload onto YouTube? Oh my god. Forever. The point is that, you know, even with a writing schedule, you're not always going to be writing, and you need to be okay with that. You need to just let yourself be forgiven for that. If you're writing at least 50% of your writing schedule time, then consider yourself a success on that, because there's a lot of things that have to be done, a lot of time that has to be taken. Do it. Once you have all of that figured out, how do you even bother writing? What words do you make? What I'm referring to here is the order in which you write your projects. If you're anything like me, and you probably are, because most authors and writers are the same. 22 works in progress, another 10 ideas in the pipeline, and at least 3 that I'm actively working on now. Sound familiar? Oh yeah. So how do you decide which one to work on? It used to be so hard to figure out what to work on. I was constantly bouncing from this project to that project to that project, and not finishing any of them, by the way. That's the trap. Once I got the first book in my series out, the first book in the Rune Spells series, kind of had a lot of internal pressure. Like, I was pressuring myself. But I was pressuring myself to get the next book out, because why have the first book in a series if you don't have a second book in the series? And you know, if you're promoting a 9-book series and you have 2 books out, I mean, come on, that's lame. These are the things I tell myself. So I constantly have like this subtle pressure to write on these books. And that's good, because it means that those books are automatically going to be a higher priority. I also have the first book in the Hot Fae Nights series out. So I have, and this is under the Lena Grace pen name. So I have this subtle pressure to get the second book in the Hot Fae Nights series out. And then the third book. And, you know, it's a 4-book series. You got to get all 4 books out. Come on. That's how it works. I frequently talk about some of my other works in progress, and then people really, really like them. And then I feel pressure to do them. And so you can see how it kind of ends up spinning out of control really fast. Last time when I was talking about anthologies, I was talking about how anthologies give you deadlines, and that is really effective, especially if you have some short stories. Deadlines are really a great way to organize your works in progress. If you have committed yourself to participating in an anthology, or to, you know, writing especially for somebody else's benefit in any way, then you're going to feel that pressure to get it done on time. And that means that's going to be your priority work. So I really like doing that. With my Rune Spells series, the big thing is I am very determined to have 1 published every year. That means that I have a finite period of time in which to write, edit, and send those off. The Rune Spell series is done through a traditional publisher, so there's a lot of hurry up and wait involved in that. I don't get a lot of feedback before I need to start working on the next one. There is that kind of self-imposed deadline that works really well for me. Now, the last kind of deadline that was imposed on me just this year, my PA, and it doesn't have to be a PA, it can be a friend, it can be, you know, an editor, anybody, essentially challenged me to finish a book in time for a Valentine's Day release. So I did. Deadlines work really well. Having books in series works really well, because you kind of feel a need to continue the series. Essentially, you know, you have to decide for yourself which book you're going to finish. And it is better, so much better, to just pick one and do it. You will write all the books eventually, at least, you know, barring a city bus hitting you or something, I don't know. But, I mean, there's no reason to expect that you only get 1 shot at writing a book. You know, you can write as many as you can write. And, you know, writing all of them is great. Do it. But you can only write 1 at a time, really. Gotta pick one. And people pick the whip that they're going to work on for a huge number of reasons. I mean, just as individual as the people themselves, and some people get 2 of them, you know, they have 2 reasons. Some people pick the work in progress that they think is the most marketable at that point. Great, go for it, have fun. Some people pick the one that is nearest and dearest to their hearts. Great, fabulous, have fun. Some people pick something that, somebody else expressed interest in. Great, beautiful, have fun. It doesn't matter why you're picking it. Just pick something and make sure that the reason is something that is right for you. The reason should be the right thing. Otherwise, it's not a good reason. That was either deep and philosophical or completely ludicrous. Now that we've gone over all of this stuff, please leave some questions if you have any, because, like I said, this is so individualized. It really it doesn't work unless you make it fit you. And it's really hard to tell people what to do to make things fit them, because, it's kind of one of those art and science things, there are some things that are like really easy to, specify, and there are other things that it's like, you just gotta feel it. If you have any questions, lay it on me. I will do what I can to help you out. Last year I did a novella, a novel, and 5 anthology stories, short stories, plus I published a collection, plus I rebranded 2 of my books. So, I managed to get a lot done, and I'm on schedule to do at least that much this year. And I still consider myself a relatively slow writer. I really do. I mean, I'm pretty happy with 2,000 to 4,000 words a day, and as a full-time writer, that's not a lot. Lay it on me. I'll help you figure it out. I'm good with questions. What? Are you still here? Why are you still here? Oh, right. Announcements. That's right. See, I keep telling you all of these things about this Valentine's Day release. Oh yeah, it is done. It is edited. It is in beta reads. It is... Now, this is the Hot Fae Nights, Book 2, His Precious Undoing. It is under the Lena Grace pen name, so we're talking erotica. If it's not your thing, no worries. I'm editing the 3rd book of the Rune Spells series starting next week, which is going to be a nice little break between writing His Precious Undoing and writing a short story for an anthology. See how I kind of staggered that a little bit? Yeah. His Precious Undoing is going to be released on the 14th. It is in pre-order now. Check your links down below. Don't forget to ring the bell if you like these videos. I know, I'm funny. I am so funny. Oh my gosh. No, I'm a dork. That's what it is. I'm a dork. I'm a dork and I know it. Oh, that's right. 2 announcements. Silly me. The second announcement is we got swag. I have created a store on Cafe Press for all of your Rune Spells things. I will be adding stuff as I go, so don't forget to check it out now and see what I got going on now. Don't forget to check it out later. Don't forget to tell me if there's something that you just must have. I'm going to be doing an offshoot for the Lena Grace stuff. Check it out. Link for that is also down below. You can find all of the links for my books. Everything is still available. Too Wyrd, Fluffy Bunny, Her Favorite Mistake, His Precious Undoing, Short Horrors, the whole 9 yards. Don't forget to leave reviews for the books that you read, because, we love reviews. Authors love reviews. Authors love reviews. And we'll see you next time. I think there's some pretty cool stuff there. I mean, I think it's cool. My grandma drives faster than they upload. My grandma's dead. She still drives faster than they upload. Just review my books. I need the feedback. Pajamas. Okay, there's pajamas. Would you like to sleep with my books?